older, and CU's up around for cost of attendance $23,000. So we say that that's a less expensive tuition, but it's still pretty expensive. Puget Sound, Carleton, did I say Carleton? So there was a whole list. Our students will be attending a lot of different schools. Typically what will happen is they will get need-based aid. That comes first through the college, and we help them with that. That's the free application for federal student aid. So there's a push to get that done. That's how the student recognizes their need, and then they go through and they get merit money. And then usually the schools will come through with a lot of merit money, and then all of our students do a huge push for private school or private applications for different scholarships. So a lot of our students are coming out with that need-based aid, the merit money, and then the private scholarship money coming through at the end. That would include Gates Millennium, Daniels Fund, the big ones that you all have heard of, Greenhouse, and our students this year we had a national merit finalist this year over at DSST. So our students are receiving some of the very prestigious awards that we know across the country.
Thank you so much. Gamachu, would you please tell us how it's affected you?
Coming from an immigrant family, I'm the sixth of 8 children, and my dad's always working, and it's hard to have just spending money for school, and allowance is not in my dad's vocabulary. So having this $75 monthly stipend has really helped me just buy, lunch. It's as simple as lunch food or paying for AP tests or just the little stuff that people forget about, and it really has helped me out.
And you're talking about the stipend you've received through the high school scholarship awards. And could you also talk just a little bit about having Stephanie and Brad help you?
Oh, definitely Stephanie has helped me be ahead of the curve with college preparation. Coming in as a senior, I had no idea how much work it takes to go to college. Oh, higher? Closer? Better? All right. Okay. All right. Where was I? College preparation. Stephanie has helped me a lot with knowing how to prepare for my test to get into college, what kind of schools to apply to, and how much financial aid I would get from them. And not just getting into the schools, but paying for the schools. And luckily, Stephanie has helped me apply to numerous scholarships such as Daniels Fund, I got that, and Sachs Foundation, and Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, and numerous other scholarships. And without someone letting me know these little hints beforehand, it would have been very hard on my own, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. What a great young man, huh? And thank you, Stephanie and Brad, for what you do to help these kids that Rotary is trying to help. Now, Randy and Cindy, speaking of kids at DCIS and kids in general, Randy Dunn, as you know, and Cindy Myers, as you know, are very active with the Interact Club that this club established at Denver Center for International Studies. So I'm going to let them talk a little bit about that.
Thank you, Sue. And you all hear me talk all the time about how lucky I am to work with these kids, so I'm not going to talk very long, but I do want to let you know one thing. Last night at the graduation of the senior class, they had 100% graduation rate, and those kids received over $2.5 million in scholarships. These are an amazing group of students that we are all, as Rotarians, are blessed to talk to. Cindy has done an awesome job since I've given her the job of the chairman of the Interact Club. She has done a wonderful job. And today who we have with us is Wang Yin and Tyler Quintana. Tyler, in case you don't know, is a 9 Kid Who Care Award winner this year. Wang is our new president, and Tyler is our new vice president. So I'm going to let them tell you about how important it is to have the DCIS committee working with their school. Tyler?
So I'll start off. I'll speak very briefly. The money that was donated from the Denver Rotary Club to our school is significantly going to impact the resources that our school is going to be able to have. Our school prepares students to be competitive global students in such a globalized world, and this money will both help the school and the DCIS Interact Club in interacting more with the international community as well as the local community in terms of benefiting both. So here's Wayne.
So Interact has helped motivate a lot of us teenagers to want to be involved in community service projects. And with all our fundraisers and upcoming events, we couldn't have done it without your support for us. So we'd just like to thank you. And on behalf of the DCIS Interact Club, you guys are wonderful and keep it up.
Thank you so much. Chuck Thompson, where are you? Oh, Chuck Thompson, as you may know, is going to be president of Denver Rotary Club Foundation next year, stepping into the large shoes of Chuck Everall, and he is going to share some information about what you need to know about the foundation.
Thank you. Yes, this is we're sometimes referred to as Chuck Squared, but I am honored to be the new president of the foundation. And this has been a difficult year for the foundation. The corpus declined from 4 million to 2.8 million, and we had to deal with the very difficult problem of deciding the amount that we could grant this past year. That will be a continuing problem. But the effect of this was that we had to reduce the grants from 372,000 to 294,000. We thought it would be helpful to show you how that's determined. These grants, this formula, which was developed, I didn't develop this formula. It was done before my time, but I'm pleased with it because it works. Now, some people have said that this formula is so complicated that only an accountant would enjoy it. But it does work. If you can see it up there, you will see that the first item...
Pull the mic a little closer, Chuck.
You'll see that the first item there is the effect comes from the investment account. What we do is take the 13-quarter average of our investment or our corpus, take that average and multiply that by 4.5%, and that comes up with 174,000. This is the formula for last year. Next, we have the contributions which are made by you. Those aggregated 60,445, and those are factored in at 50%. We have the peach sale at 50%. And then lastly, in terms of the effect on the formula, the Branch Rickey, which contributed some 80, I think if I can see that figure, 86,000, 100% of the proceeds of Branch Rickey go into this formula. So you can see the huge effect that has on the contributions that are made. This formula has worked over the years, and as you can see, I think, see from there, the effect, the decline in the market, of course, will have an effect, but it is averaged out over a period of years. So I kind of use this to make a pitch. Branch Rickey is real important to that formula and to the ultimate grants, as is the contributions from you individual members. Our formula next year from the investment account will probably go down by 25,000. So this gives us a challenge for additional contributions, additional money from Branch Rickey in order to do the same amount of grants that we had this previous year.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck, for that excellent overview of where the foundation is today. I'm confident that we have outstanding leadership coming in next year, and we have an outstanding board of trustees.